on this. Here it comes. This is very different. But if you hear many renditions of this, you know, here. I'll tell you what poem I wrote to this. Your face on the dog's neck. Makes no sense, does it? A love poem. This song is like making love. I think that's the most sensual thing I ever heard. I wouldn't want to have an orgasm in front of you, but no, that is it. Listen. Under your tongue, that all by itself becomes a passion. Death's a sad bone, bruised, you'd say. And yet she waits for me year after year to so delicately undo an old wound, to empty my breath from its bad prison. Balanced there, suicide sometimes meets, raging at the fruit, a pumped-up moon, leaving the bread they mistook for a kiss, leaving the page of the book carelessly open, something unsaid, the phone off the hook, and the love, whatever it was, an infection. The womb is not a clock nor a bell tolling, but in the 11th month of its life, I feel the November of the body as well as of the calendar. In 2 days it will be my birthday, and as always, the earth is done with its harvest. This time I hunt for death. The night I lean toward, the night I want. Well then, speak of it. It was in the womb all along. I was thinking of a son, you, the never acquired, the never seeded or unfastened, you of the genitals I feared, the stalk and the puppy's breath. Will I give you my eyes or his? Will you be the David or the Susan? Those 2 names I picked and listened for. Can you be the man your fathers are? The leg muscles from Michelangelo, hands from Yugoslavia, somewhere the peasant, Slavic and determined, somewhere the survivor, bulging with life. And could it still be possible with Susan's eyes? All this without you, 2 days gone in blood. I myself will die without baptism, a 3rd daughter they didn't bother. My death will come on my name day. What's wrong with the name day? It's only an angel of the sun. Woman, weaving a web over your own, a thin and tangled poison. Scorpio, bad spider, die. My death from the wrist, 2 name tags, blood worn like a corsage, to bloom one on the left and one on the right. It's a warm room, place of the blood. Leave the door open on its hinges. 2 days for your death, and 2 days until mine. Love, that red disease. Year after year, David, you would make me wild. David, Susan, David, David, full and disheveled, hissing into the night, never growing old, waiting always for you on the porch. Year after year, my carrot, my cabbage, I would have possessed you before all women, calling your name, calling you mine. That, I watched Channel 2. You have an educational television there. Why don't you look at it? So I did, and I.A. Richards was explaining the form of a sonnet, and I thought, oh, so that's a sonnet. So I sat down and tried to write one. It was a pretty bad thing. And that just turned me on, and then I, turned on. And wrote like mad. I used to have to stay at this desk. First it was a card table, because I didn't think I was the poet. When I put a desk, it was in our dining room. I had no place to work like this lovely place. Our dining room was a mess. We could never entertain papers, books, everything. Then I put up some bookshelves, and everything was tenant. But I used to stay here from, every minute that I wasn't taking care of the kids until 3 in the morning. I'd drive upstairs, get up at 6, take care of the kids. Working and working and working on a poem that, was no good, of course, but I had to learn that one. There's one poem that I wrote was one poem in this manuscript that is an old poem that I wouldn't give up. And it says June, let's see. That's October. It's an old poem and I wouldn't let go of it. This one is Self in 1958. But this is that poem, well, I know how to write it a little bit better. It still has the same simplicity. It was written in a very simple style. But it's rather a good defining poem of me. What is reality? I am a plaster doll. I pose with eyes that cut open without landfall or nightfall upon some shellacked and grinning person. Eyes that open, blue, steel, and close. Am I approximately an eye magnet transplant? I have hair, black angel stuffing to comb, nylon legs, luminous arms, and some advertised clothes. I live in a doll's house with 4 chairs, a counterfeit table, a flat roof, and a big front door. Many have come to such a small crossroad. There is an iron bed, Life enlarges, life takes aim. A cardboard floor, windows that flash open upon someone sitting, and little more. Someone plays with me, plants me in the all-electric kitchen. Is this what Mrs. Rumbar said? Someone pretends with me. I'm walled in solid by their noise, or puts me upon their straight bed. They think I am me. Their warmth is not a friend. They pry my mouth with their cups of gin and their stale bread. What is reality to this synthetic doll who should smile, who should shift gears, should spring the doors open in wholesome disorder, and have no evidence of ruin or fear? But I would cry, rooted into the wall that was once my mother, if I could remember how, and if I had the tears. That's a long amount of time to, but essentially, that was a poem that I saved from that, and rescued, out of the chaos of way back then. Although I did get very manic once, and they told me I was psychotic in the hospital, and I thought that was a riot, because I was still me. I thought psychotic was someplace else, but I was still me. And I talked to my friend on that. They had a little payphone in the nut house. It was MG8, actually. A ward they had in there. And I was still me, and I used to talk with her and tell her what was going on. I'd call my kids, and they were at camp, and I'd say, I want to tell you what we had for lunch today. So they'd feel in touch with me and what was going on. When they saw the OT, occupational therapy room, they said, what a great crass room. Ringing the bells. And this is the way they ring the bells in Bedlam. And this is the bell lady who comes each Tuesday morning to give us a music lesson. And because the attendants make you go, and because we mind by instinct like bees caught in a wrong hive, we are the circle of the crazy ladies who sit in the lounge of the mental house and smile at the smiling woman who passes us each a bell, who points at my hand that holds my bell, E flat. And this is the gray dress next to me, who grumbles as if it were special to the old. And this is the small, hunched squirrel girl on the other side of me, who picks at the hairs over her lip, all day. And this is how the bells really sound, as untroubled and clean as a workable kitchen. And this is always my bell responding to my hand, that responds to the lady who points at me, E flat. And although we are no better for it, they tell you to go. And you do. Anne Sexton, American poet, writes, I was born in Newton, Massachusetts, and have spent most of my life on the coast of Maine. In the summer, or wintering in Wellesley, Newton, and Weston, all suburban towns west of Boston. My ancestor, William Brewster, came to America on the Mayflower and sounds like a decent sort of man from what I've read of him. My family tree goes back, I have lately found, to assortments of royalty, such as William the Conqueror, King Edward III, second first, King Philip IV of France, King Ferdinand of Spain, etc. This list amuses me most when I find such notes in the family genealogy as Edward III founded the Knights of the Garter, married Philippa of Hainault, his mistress, aged 15. Mistress of 15. Those were the days. I was the third and last daughter. As a young child, I was locked in my room until the age of 5. After that, at school, I did not understand the people for my size or even the larger. Thus, I hid fairy tales and read them daily like a prayer. I did not even like my dolls for years. I wrote some poems in high school, but stopped when my mother suggested that I had plagiarized them. My mother was brilliant and vital. One thought indicating her that she had written all the first editions in her own mind. In fact, I eloped at 19 with Alfred and I found this somewhat fairy tales were young. 1,000 years ago, when I was a lonely kid, in a big house with 4 garages, and it was summer as long as I could remember. I lay on the lawn at night, clothed. At 6, I lived in a graveyard full of dolls, avoiding myself, my body, the suspect in this grotesque house, was locked in my room all day behind a gate, a prison cell. I was the exile who sat all day in a knot. I will speak of the little childhood cruelties, being a third child, the last given and the last taken, of the nightly humiliations when mother undressed me, of the life of the daytime locked in my room, being the unwanted, the mistake that mother used to keep father from his divorce. Divorce. The romantic's friend, romantics who fly into maps of other countries, hips and noses in mountains, into Asia or the Black Forest, or caught by 1928, the year of the me. By mistake, not for divorce, but instead. The me who refused to suck on breasts she couldn't please. The me whose body grew unsurely. The me who stepped on the noses of dolls she couldn't break. I think of the dolls, so well made, so perfectly put together, as I pressed them against me, kissing their little imaginary mouths. I remember their smooth skin, those newly delivered, the pink skin and the serious china blue eyes. They came from a mysterious country, without the pang of birth, born quietly and well. When I wanted to visit, the closet is where I rehearsed my life, all day among shoes, away from the glare of the bulb in the ceiling, away from the bed and the heavy table, and the same terrible rows repeating on the walls. I did not question it. I hid in the closet as one hides in a tree. I grew into it like a root, and yet I planned such plans of flight, believing I would take my body into the sky, dragging it with me like a large bed. And although I was unskilled, I was sure to get there, or at least to move up like an elevator. With such dreams, storing their energy like a bull, I planned my growth and my womanhood as one choreographs a dance. I knew that if I waited among shoes, I was sure to outgrow them. The heavy Oxfords, the thick execution reds, shoes that lay together like partners, the sneakers thick with grip and eyewash, and then the dresses swinging above me, always above me, empty and sensible, with sashes and puffs, with collars and 2-inch hems, and evil fortunes in their belts. I sat all day stuffing my heart into a shoebox, avoiding the precious window as if it were an ugly eye through which birds coughed, chained to the heaving trees, avoiding the wallpaper of the room where tongues bloomed over and over, bursting from lips like sea flowers. And in this way, I waited out the day until my mother came to force me to undress. I lay there silently, hoarding my small dignity. I did not ask about the gate or the closet. I did not question the bedtime ritual where, on the cold bathroom tiles, I was spread out daily and examined for flaws. I did not know that my bones, those solids, those pieces of sculpture would not splinter. I did not know the woman I would be, nor that blood would bloom in me each month like an exotic flower, nor that children, 2 monuments, would break from between my legs, 2 cramped girls breathing carelessly, each asleep in her tiny beauty. I did not know that my life in the end would run over my mother's like a truck, and all that would remain from the year I was 6 was a small hole in my heart, a deaf spot, so that I might hear the unsaid more clearly. It's terrible. It's very sad for my kids. And the witch isn't really that bad. They paint her pink. That's just because they're so beautiful. I'm very lucky to have those children. Even though I didn't get mad at them or, any of that. Still, they were the one who taught me how to be a mother. Because I hadn't had any mothering, so I didn't really. They're the good things. everything. It's good to live with you. There won't be anything. That's why I wanted to tell you. I don't have any mother to call up and say fix everything. You know, I wanted to give a party because she matured. Instead of giving a party, I wrote a poem. Little girl, my string bean, my lovely woman. My daughter at 11, almost 12, is like a garden. Oh, darling, born in that sweet birthday suit and having owned it and known it for so long, now you must watch Heinlein enter. That ghost hour. Oh, funny little girl. This one under the blueberry sky, this one. How can I say that I've just what you are, just where you are? It's not a strange place, this odd home where your face sits in my hand, so full of distance, so full of its immediate fever. The summer has seized you as when, last month in Amalfi, I saw lemons as large as your desk-side globe, that miniature map of the world. And I could mention, too, the market stalls of mushrooms and garlic buds all engorged. Or I think even of the orchard next door where the berries are done and the apples are beginning to swell. And once with our backyard, I remember I planted an acre of yellow beans we couldn't eat. Oh, little girl.